Helena Blavatsky discovered that your soul completely abandons your physical body every night while you sleep, and what she documented about these journeys will destroy everything you thought you knew about death, the afterlife, and the true purpose of your existence. The founder of the Theosophical Society spent decades investigating the deepest mysteries of human consciousness and revealed that during sleep, you're not simply resting, you're living your true life as a spiritual being, navigating dimensions that exist beyond physical reality and fulfilling missions that your waking mind can't even imagine. What Blavatsky revealed is so revolutionary that it has been kept hidden for more than a century, accessible only to the highest circles of esoteric knowledge. She proved that we possess multiple layers of being, and that the most powerful of them, what she called the astral body, disconnects from the physical body during deep sleep and travels instantly to anywhere in the universe. This means that strange sensation of falling when you're almost asleep isn't a muscle spasm. It's your soul returning quickly to the physical body after an astral journey. Blavatsky documented 9 specific types of experiences that your soul lives through during these nightly journeys, from encounters with loved ones who have already departed to healing sessions in spiritual hospitals located in other dimensions. She discovered that some people work as astral healers while they sleep, others receive direct teachings from spiritual masters, and some even visit future versions of themselves to receive guidance about important decisions they need to make. But here's the most shocking secret of all. Blavatsky revealed that your soul consciously chooses these experiences based on your level of spiritual development and the intentions you carry during the day. This means you can completely influence where your soul travels during sleep and what kind of knowledge it brings back. What you're about to discover in the next few minutes aren't theories or speculations. They're practical techniques tested for more than a century that can transform your 8 hours of sleep into the most productive and transformative part of your entire day. The first discovery that Helena Blavatsky made about sleep will overturn everything you thought you knew about rest. She revealed that when you fall asleep, you don't simply shut off like a computer being turned off. In fact, exactly the opposite happens. You awaken to a reality much broader and more powerful than everyday life. Blavatsky discovered that we possess what she called higher principles of being, subtle layers of our existence that only fully activate when the physical body is at rest. Imagine your being as an orchestra with various instruments. During the day, only some instruments play. Your conscious mind, your basic emotions, your survival instincts. But when you sleep, the entire orchestra begins to play a symphony you never imagined was possible. What makes this discovery even more fascinating is that your soul possesses its own intelligence, completely independent of your waking mind. While your conscious mind rests, your soul takes control and begins working on projects that your personality doesn't even suspect. It might be resolving deep traumas, processing past life experiences, or even preparing for challenges you'll face in the future. Thousands of people have already reported waking up with solutions to problems that seemed impossible to resolve, or with a profound sense of peace after a particularly restorative night. This isn't coincidence. It's your soul working behind the scenes, tidying up the inner house while you rest. Blavatsky explained that this is one of sleep's most important functions, allowing our higher aspects to do the necessary maintenance so we can continue evolving as spiritual beings. Comment from which city you're watching so we can know how far this ancient wisdom is reaching and awakening consciousnesses around the world. But here's where things become truly extraordinary. Your soul doesn't work alone during these hours of apparent rest. The second revelation from Helena Blavatsky will make you rethink every person who appears in your dreams. She discovered that during sleep, our soul not only leaves the physical body, but also connects with the souls of other people who are going through the same experience at that exact moment. This means that when you dream about someone, it might not just be your imagination. It could be a real encounter between two souls on the astral plane. Blavatsky documented that there exists a dimension parallel to our physical world, which she called the astral plane, where all souls meet during sleep. It's like an energetic version of Earth, where the laws of physics don't apply in the same way. There, you can meet people who are sleeping on the other side of the planet, converse with loved ones who have already departed, or even communicate with your own family while everyone sleeps in different rooms of the same house. What makes this revelation even more impressive is that many of these connections happen for a specific reason. Your soul has a natural wisdom to find exactly the right people at the right moment. If you're going through a difficult phase, you might meet astrally with someone who has the answers you need. If someone you love is suffering, your soul might instinctively travel to that person to offer energetic comfort, even though you both wake up without consciously remembering what happened. This explains why sometimes you wake up thinking intensely about a specific person, or feel an inexplicable connection with someone you recently met. These aren't coincidences. They're reflections of astral encounters your soul had during the night. Blavatsky taught that the more spiritually developed a person becomes, the more aware they become of these nightly encounters. But there's a type of astral encounter that's even more special and transformative than any other. The third revelation that Helena Blavatsky made will forever change how you understand spiritual guidance. She discovered that during sleep, some souls are chosen to receive direct teachings from extremely evolved spiritual beings, the same ones that different traditions call ascended masters, guardian angels, or spirit guides. Blavatsky explained that these beings exist in dimensions far superior to ours, but that during sleep, our soul can temporarily rise to reach these higher frequencies. It's like tuning a radio to a very distant station. You need to be on the exact frequency to receive the transmission. And this tuning happens naturally when our soul frees itself from the limitations of the physical body during deep sleep. These encounters aren't fantasies or projections of imagination. They're real learning experiences that leave deep marks on the soul. Often, the person wakes up with knowledge they didn't have before, a sudden understanding about their life mission, or an inner peace that seems to come from a source much deeper than any material achievement. This is the direct result of teaching received during these sacred astral encounters. What's most fascinating is that these spiritual beings don't appear to just anyone. They're naturally drawn to souls that are genuinely seeking spiritual growth and who have their hearts open to serving the greater good. If you've ever had a dream where a wise figure gave you advice that changed your life, or woke up with a clear message about which direction to take, you may have been visited by one of these masters during your nightly astral journey. Blavatsky taught that these experiences become more frequent as we develop our spiritual sensitivity and our ability to remember astral travels. But she also revealed something even more extraordinary about what our soul does during certain special nights. The fourth revelation from Helena Blavatsky about sleep will show why some mornings you wake up feeling as if you've just returned from an epic journey. She discovered that our soul doesn't just travel during sleep, it also actively works helping other souls who are going through moments of transition, pain, or spiritual confusion. This means that while you sleep, your soul might be serving as a spiritual healer, a comforting guide, or even an energetic protector for people who need help. Blavatsky documented cases of people who woke up inexplicably tired, not physically, but with a spiritual fatigue that indicated they had done intense work during the night. These people were, without knowing consciously, acting as light workers on the astral plane. What makes this revelation even more touching is that we often help people we don't even know physically. Your soul might be called to comfort someone on the other side of the world who is going through a crisis, or to protect a child who is having nightmares. These acts of spiritual service happen automatically when our soul reaches a certain level of development and compassion. Blavatsky explained that there are astral hospitals, energetic healing schools, and temples of wisdom on the astral plane, and that many evolved souls work in these places during sleep. If you've ever woken up with a profound sense of having helped someone, or with an inexplicable certainty that you did something important during the night, you may have participated in one of these spiritual missions. What's most incredible is that this nightly work of the soul contributes directly to your own spiritual evolution. Each act of service, each moment of compassion offered on the astral plane, raises your own vibration and accelerates your spiritual growth. If this revelation touched your heart, leave a comment sharing if you've ever had the sensation of helping someone during a dream. But Helena Blavatsky discovered something even more impressive about certain, especially evolved souls. The fifth revelation that Helena Blavatsky made will explain why certain people seem to have wisdom that goes far beyond their age or life experience. She discovered that during sleep, Some souls have access to what she called the Akashic Records, a cosmic library that contains all knowledge and all experiences that have ever existed in the universe. Imagine an infinite library where not only all information that has ever been created is stored, but also all future possibilities and all paths that each soul can choose. During certain special nights, our soul can be taken to this library and have access to knowledge that would normally be far beyond our reach. This explains why some people wake up with revolutionary insights, brilliant inventions, or profound understandings about life's mysteries. Blavatsky documented that many of humanity's great discoverers, artists and thinkers received their most important inspirations during astral experiences in the Akashic Records. Nikola Tesla, for example, reported several times having received his inventions in vivid dreams. Einstein spoke about how his most important theories came to him in altered states of consciousness. These weren't isolated cases. They were souls accessing universal knowledge during their nightly travels. What makes this revelation even more fascinating is that you can also develop this ability. Blavatsky taught that when a person dedicates their life to serving humanity and to genuine spiritual growth, their soul naturally gains access to higher levels of knowledge during sleep. It's like gaining special permission to enter more advanced sections of the cosmic library. Many people report waking up with solutions to complex problems, sudden understandings about difficult relationships, or insights about their life mission that arrive like an instantaneous download of knowledge. These experiences are direct reflections of accessing the Akashic Records during deep astral travels, but there's an even more personal and transformative aspect to these nightly journeys of the soul. The sixth revelation from Helena Blavatsky will touch the deepest point of your heart. She discovered that during sleep our soul frequently meets with people who have already departed from this physical world. Loved ones, family members, friends who continue existing in other dimensions. These encounters aren't just symbolic dreams or projections of our desire. They're real reunions between souls who love each other. Blavatsky explained that death is just a transition from one state of consciousness to another, and that souls who have departed continue their evolutionary journey in more subtle planes. During our nightly astral travels, we can temporarily reach these dimensions and have genuine encounters with these dear souls. They often appear to offer comfort during difficult moments, share important guidance, or simply to remind us that true love never dies. What makes these encounters even more special is that they happen exactly when we need them most. If you're going through a phase of grief, your soul might meet with the person who departed to receive the necessary healing and closure. If you're facing an important decision, someone who loved you deeply might appear in your dreams to offer the wisdom that only unconditional love can provide. Thousands of people around the world report vivid dreams with deceased loved ones that brought specific messages, precise advice, or simply a profound sensation of peace and love. Blavatsky confirmed that these experiences are absolutely real. They're legitimate astral encounters that happen when our soul temporarily rises to dimensions where these people continue existing. What's most comforting is knowing that these encounters are bidirectional. Just as you feel joy when meeting someone dear in your dreams, these souls also experience happiness at being able to connect with you and continue expressing the love that was never lost. But Helena Blavatsky discovered that not all astral experiences are positive, and this next revelation is crucial for your protection. The seventh revelation that Helena Blavatsky made is one of the most important for your spiritual safety. She discovered that the astral plane doesn't contain only beings of light and elevated experiences. There also exist denser dimensions where entities dwell that feed on negative energy, fear, and spiritual confusion. Blavatsky explained that these entities aren't demons in the traditional religious sense, but rather beings who became trapped in very low frequencies due to excessive attachment to vices, hatred, or other destructive emotions. They exist in lower layers of the astral plane and can try to influence people who are spiritually unprotected during their nightly travels. This explains why some people have recurring nightmares, sensations of sleep paralysis, or wake up feeling energetically drained. But here's the most important discovery. These entities can only affect people who vibrate at the same frequency as they do. If you cultivate positive thoughts, elevated emotions, and pure intentions during the day, Your soul naturally travels to the higher dimensions of the astral plane during the night, where these lower beings cannot reach. It's like living on the top floor of a building. The problems from the ground floor simply don't reach you. Blavatsky taught specific techniques of spiritual protection that work both during sleep and in waking life. The most powerful of these is cultivating unconditional love in the heart and maintaining a constant connection with your highest spiritual nature. When your soul is aligned with light, it automatically protects itself from any negative influence. If you've had disturbing experiences during sleep, this doesn't mean you're weak or vulnerable. It just means your soul is still learning to navigate the different astral dimensions. With knowledge and practice, anyone can develop the ability to travel consciously only through the highest and most luminous regions of the astral plane. Leave a comment if you'd like to learn specific techniques of spiritual protection for your astral travels. But now comes the most practical and transformative revelation of all. The 8th revelation from Helena Blavatsky will completely change how you prepare for sleep. She discovered that we can consciously influence where our soul travels during sleep through specific techniques of mental and spiritual preparation before falling asleep. This means you can transform your nights from random experiences into intentional journeys of growth and healing. Blavatsky developed a method she called conscious astral programming, a set of simple practices that prepare your soul for specific types of experiences during sleep. If you want to receive guidance about an important decision, you can program your soul to seek encounters with your spirit guides. If you desire emotional healing, you can direct your energy toward healing dimensions on the astral plane. If you want to accelerate your spiritual growth, you can request learning experiences in the temples of wisdom. The process begins with a simple meditation before sleep, where you establish a clear intention for your astral journey. Then, you visualize your astral body gently rising from the physical body and traveling to exactly where you want to go. Blavatsky emphasized that the key lies in the combination of genuine intention, clear visualization, and absolute trust in your soul's ability to navigate the astral plane. What makes this technique even more powerful is that it works progressively. The more you practice, the more conscious you become of your astral travels and the more control you develop over these experiences. Many people begin by remembering only fragments of their nightly journeys, but over time, develop the ability to have completely lucid and transformative astral experiences. Blavatsky documented cases of students who managed to resolve deep traumas, discover their life mission, develop psychic abilities, and even accelerate physical healings through these conscious astral travel practices. Sleep stopped being just rest and became the most productive and transformative part of their entire day. But there's one last revelation that might be the most impressive of all. The 9th and final revelation that Helena Blavatsky made about sleep will show the true purpose behind all these nightly experiences of the soul. She discovered that these astral travels aren't just spiritual adventures or personal healing experiences. They're part of a much larger cosmic plan for the evolution of all humanity. Blavatsky revealed that there exists an invisible energetic network connecting all souls on the planet, and that during sleep, spiritually awakened people become active points of light in this network. Each conscious astral journey, each act of service on the spiritual plane, each moment of healing or teaching that our soul offers during the night contributes directly to raising the collective consciousness of humanity. You're not just working on your own growth, you're actively participating in the spiritual transformation of the entire world. This means your nightly experiences have a much greater impact than you imagine. Every time your soul connects with light during sleep, you're helping to anchor more light on the planet. Each encounter with elevated spiritual beings, each moment of healing you receive or offer, each insight you bring back from higher dimensions contributes to awakening other people and accelerating collective spiritual evolution. Blavatsky taught that we're living through a unique moment in human history where more people are spiritually awakening than in any other era. And a crucial part of this awakening happens during sleep, through these astral journeys that reconnect our soul with its true divine nature and with the greater purpose of our existence. What's most inspiring is knowing that you're already part of this movement, even if you're not conscious of it. If you've made it this far and these revelations have touched your heart, it's because your soul is already actively participating in these transformative experiences. Now you're simply becoming conscious of work you were already doing on higher planes. Tonight, when you close your eyes to sleep, remember that you're not simply resting, you're embarking on the most important adventure of your existence. Your soul is going home, reconnecting with your true spiritual family, and contributing to the greatest transformation this planet has ever seen. If these revelations awaken something deep within you, leave your like so more people can discover these transformative truths. Comment which of the 9 revelations impressed you most, and share if you've had experiences that now make more sense. Subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to receive more content that will awaken your consciousness and accelerate your spiritual evolution. Your awakening journey has already begun. Your soul is calling. The universe is waiting for you.